What's going on, everyone? We survived the night in our not so. It was fun.
It really wasn't terrible.
We were definitely protected by the peephole cover. Breakfast, on the other hand,
Oh my gosh, that was a waste.
yeah,
It literally was 3 types of cereal, maybe 2 apples,
I was gonna say,
no juice.
if y'all saw the first stream that we did last night, what's going on, Brian? If you guys saw the first stream and you saw the conditions of our room, you can only imagine how our breakfast went.
How the great breakfast was.
I call it a prison breakfast because it was nothing more than honey buns and donut sticks and some sliced bread and a couple bagels.
And when we say a couple bagels,
It was like 3 or 4 left.
2 were left.
But
3 types of cereal.
yeah, so if you're in the Tifton area, I would not suggest the Howard Johnson.
No. Go up one exit.
Go anywhere you want to go, but don't go to Howard Johnson.
Yeah. But there's a Stuckey's and a Waffle King right across the street.
We should have just done the Stuckey's or Waffle King.
No, because we had an even better
Well, thankfully we went a little bit further north, and we stopped in the same place we stopped in on the way down, called Carol's General Store and Sausage, or Sausage and General Store, whatever.
It's in Ashburn.
It's in Ashburn, Georgia, but
they do homemade.
They have homemade sausage, homemade bacon, stuff like that. So I tried one of their, it was a syrup and cheese sausage on a little hot dog roll, which was pretty good. But
it was about this.
Oh, it was literally it was literally the size of a baseball bat. That's how thick around it was. It was pretty damn good. What's going on, Smitty? But then we went to the gas station because Carolyn bought some bacon.
They have Flash Foods down here. We don't have Flash Foods.
No, but this gas station
is right
place, but they use all the meats like the sausage and bacon and probably the steak too. I don't know, but they use all the meats from that place we went to, and the bacon's amazing. Sausage is amazing.
I actually bought my mom 2 pounds of the bacon because she was wanting some, but she didn't think they were going to be open on Sunday when we came back.
But they work.
They work. So I bought 2 pounds of bacon.
So we're now headed home. We should be home, unless we stop again for lunch or whatever. We should be home by about 1 o'clock, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
Brian, genius, ooh. It's nothing important. Smitty message Brian.
Smitty message Brian. You're supposed to be messaging me.
Easy.
I'm kidding.
What's going on, Larry?
The wind is horrible.
Yeah, thankfully the rain stopped, but it's still really windy down here. So, yeah, I'm definitely glad we stopped.
Because it was
when we got to the hotel, and we were grabbing our stuff for the night and stuff like that. So I'm definitely glad we stopped. You know, you have some. Yeah. You had Carolyn. You had something waiting to be shipped from Smitty, so be quiet.
Oh yeah.
I will still take that bow if you want to send it to me.
Yeah, you know what? There weren't really a lot of cops down there.
Oh God, no.
And even when I stopped in Walgreens and we went into Walmart and stuff, there wasn't much of anything. It was the same old stuff.
It was almost depressing. But
yeah, we did score big at the GameStop we stopped at.
Yes, we did.
With it 4 minutes left till they closed.
Yes, we did. I'm definitely glad we stopped last night. Got to chase Angela, which it's a chase, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll keep it for now.
Oh, another thing is
I didn't know which friggin' pets we got. I didn't even look. I just saw the chase sticker and I closed the box.
I think it was Count Chocula.
As long as it's one we don't have, I don't really care.
Yeah, and then of course we get the same old pin, glow in the dark
But it's
stars.
fun.
What else do we get in that thing? That's it.
Pin, glow in the dark stars, the plushie.
Oh yeah,
Pez,
I'm sure the plushie was the mouse.
But yeah, so we're back riding amongst the farms, the trees, and the billboards. But I'll be glad to go home. Like I said, a week away is fun, but you know we gotta get back to work so we can save up for our next trip, which hopefully will be like we said in December. Brittany's trying to hide purchases from me for surprises. I wish Carolyn would do that for me, but no, she doesn't.
What?
I'm just kidding. Brittany's trying to hide stuff from Brian for surprises.
I don't do surprises.
No, Carolyn's horrible with surprises. She'll buy me something as a surprise, and then 10 minutes later, she's like, "You want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see it?"
I really got to show you this.
But
except I did really good with the Secret Santa.
Yeah, I didn't see. She did good up until she bought everything that I said I wanted and told no one else.
Well,
It was at that point I knew she was my Secret Santa.
that's why I made you open up
I know.
the other stuff first.
I know. I'm not stupid. I'm not. But yeah, it's definitely.
We didn't waste our money buying water park tickets because even though the water park is heated, they closed it down for a majority of the week because they're too cold.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I mean, it was cold by Florida standards.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it was. Thankfully, it was Monday and Tuesday were probably in the 40s and 50s. So for us, it made walking the parks that much more bearable. I mean,
not that one night.
Well, it was fine for me, but I'm
Was
also
it
more
Tuesday?
insulated.
Was it Tuesday? No, it was Wednesday
yeah.
was the coldest.
Yeah. She was. Yeah.
I was literally just shaking.
Oh,
And I had a winter jacket on and everything, but I was shaking.
but I mean, honestly, I would rather shiver than be like dehydrated and near passing out.
Yeah.
So.
But Thursday was our worst with the heat. That's when we were just exhausted from it.
No, it was Friday. Because Thursday wasn't that bad.
Was it Friday? Oh,
Yeah, it was Friday.
It was Friday.
But for me, I will maintain the worst part about the trip was the switching of hotel rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first 4 days we were perfectly fine. You know, we got up in the morning, went to the parks. We'd come back, have something to eat, go back. But when you spend half your day packing and then unpacking again, just to turn around and repack the next day, it was a little bit too much.
Like, I literally had to spend our last day in the first resort.
Doing laundry.
Last 2 days in the first resort, trying to condense our stuff and repack the car.
Oh yeah. It made it hard,
and
but
then do everything in small bags so that I had,
But
all
yeah,
the
I
clothes
mean,
that we were gonna wear the next day and all that stuff, and it was bad. And then it didn't matter if we had concierge take our stuff or not. If we had a cooler with cold stuff in it, it wasn't gonna work
no.
because they just leave your stuff.
Oh yeah. But I mean, for us, we go to Disney and we do things a little bit different each time to see what works best for us. Definitely one room works. I kind of like being able to just come home from a day at the parks and just have dinner at home, not having to worry about getting changed and going back to go eat somewhere.
As nice as it was to go out and have dinner that Monday, it was annoying because we had to come back and take showers
Yeah.
because we were covered in sunscreen. to go out to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, you try to balance your part time with your downtime, and sometimes it's hard to do, and there are days where it's easier to do. Like Friday, we walked around Epcot for a little bit, went to Hollywood Studios. By that point, we were exhausted because of the heat, and we went back and took a nap for a couple hours. Went back to Epcot for the sole purpose of giving a friend of ours a gift.
Yeah.
And getting our car.
Had we not had our car left there,
I wouldn't have gone back.
to give a gift to one of our friends.
I would have stayed home the rest of that day.
We would have just stayed at the hotel.
So I mean, and for us again, we've been there enough times to know, but every time is different. Every time you go in there is different. You do different things.
So this time we didn't schedule any downtime.
Oh, definitely, Smitty. I'm definitely glad we did too.
What?
That we got to enjoy restaurants.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, and with that, that's the part where, for us,
So
I miss the dining plan. Because when you pay out of pocket for meals, it kind of hurts. I mean, lunch for us.
I think our cheapest meal was yesterday.
Chicken
and it
dinner.
was no.
Oh no,
It was my
Earl
it
sandwich.
was Earl of sandwich, and I think it was $12. I paid like $8 for the sandwich,
and then we got an ice cream.
I got a
sandwich.
little ice cream sandwich to hold us over until we got our sandwich, because we weren't gonna eat the sandwich immediately.
No. But that sandwich, I told Carolyn we should have bought two, because that sandwich is too good to have only a half.
Well, they make this sandwich called the Holiday Turkey, and it's got stuffing, turkey, cranberry sauce, a little bit of mayo, and like gravy
that
on
was
it
so
or
good.
something. And every time we go, I have to have that sandwich. And they used to only offer it during Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, Brian, it does and it doesn't. To go to Disney, it takes a small fortune. It kind of does. When you stay on property, you can manage it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like, normally when we go, we'll pay for resort food and all that up front. That way when we go there, we can just go into a restaurant and say, hey, I want this, this, and this.
Yeah,
and it's covered.
Alright,
When you don't have a dining plan,
that's when
things get.
Crap, how much does this cost? Like
That's when instead of ordering whatever you want and not caring about the price, to saying, all right, we have $500 to eat for the week. Now what are we gonna do?
Yeah, because when we were on the dining plan, we would go in and we normally do the deluxe dining plan where we don't have to worry about anything. And if you don't use your dining credit,
Sorry about that.
they roll over into snack credit.
Yeah.
Well, like a bag of pretzels at Disney, just a bag of little hard pretzels is like $6 to $7 for this little 3-ounce bag of pretzels. So if you don't use your meal plan on the deluxe dining, you take your meals and divide it by 3.
Credits, yeah.
So you get 3 snacks per meal.
I mean, doing this trip.
So we would walk in with the deluxe. Hold on. We would walk in with the deluxe dining plan, and we would go to I don't know, name a place that you could pick off the menu. A lot of places have changed to this set menu price. It's almost like family style, but without the all-you-can-eat part. So it's like you go in and you pay a $65 per head fee, and you get an appetizer, a dessert, and an entree, and you're paying for that, and that's $65. That's new.
Yeah.
They just start, a lot of places are doing that if they're not buffet or family style. Be Our Guest, I know, is one of them. So say I went to Planet Hollywood on my dining plan, and I have the deluxe dining plan. Well, I get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert included in my meal. Most of the time what we would do is we would get the share dessert or the share appetizer, unless there's two things we really want to try that aren't shareable. Then we would get an appetizer each. Well, their appetizers start at like $14.
Yeah.
And then at that point we could pick our entree. Well, of course, what do you think we want to go for? The steak. Because it's the most expensive. Steak and seafood are the most expensive.
I mean,
So I will definitely do a steak.
I mean, with the dining plan.
And then we would get our dessert to go. Because by the time you get done eating all that, you're like, I don't want to see that. You know?
With the dining plan, you pay a set price each day.
Yeah.
So
and it's like $100.
For the deluxe dining plan, it's $100 a day.
Which is a steal. Because one meal is...
You can let me talk or not?
$65.
Nope.
Okay, you can...
You can pay $100 a day for food. You get 3 meals and 2 snacks a day. Your snacks are going to be anywhere from about $5 to $10, depending upon what you're going for.
Yeah.
So you're paying $10 to $20 a day for snacks. Then your meals, depending upon where you go, you can easily spend between $50 and $60 for a meal. So that's 3 meals, $60, $120. 2 snacks is another $10, so that's $130. You're saving $30 a day by doing the dining plan, by doing the deluxe dining plan.
But another thing is since we didn't have the dining plan this time,
We had to pay for everything.
No, well, not that. We brought snacks in from the park because due to everybody having severe allergies and medical conditions and blah blah blah, Disney can't restrict you from bringing your own food in. Hell, we saw people bringing in Popeye's chicken.
Oh, got it. I mean, Brian, it's definitely worth it. Some people will say it's not. Those, but those
they've
are
never tried it.
But those are also the people who, instead of enjoying a nice sit-down restaurant, they go and get a hamburger and a hot dog.
And then complain about it.
Well, I mean, if you're buying a deluxe dining plan and all you're eating is chicken nuggets and hot dogs all week, yeah, it's not worth it. Because you can go and get, a hot dog from Casey's with fries and a drink for $20.
Yeah.
But where we can go to, like,
be our guest.
Not be our guest anymore because they pulled all that good stuff off.
Well, no, I was saying, but even for the lunch, if you're on the dining plan and you go to Casey's, you get a drink,
your entree and a dessert.
Entree, which includes fries, and then you get a little dessert, whether it be the baseball cake or a bag of cotton candy.
I mean, honestly,
that's your dessert.
If you do the dining plan correctly, it can definitely work to your advantage. Like for us, we would do a sit-down breakfast and a sit-down dinner,
and then we do a quick service lunch.
Exactly.
Whatever. Because we did all 3 meals sit down and were miserable.
Oh yeah.
When we did that. That was our first trip ever to Disney.
At that point, you are really just eating and not really enjoying it.
Yeah, you're not doing anything, and it was miserable.
But yeah, I mean,
just sick feeling all the time. Couldn't get on any rides because you were always full.
Yeah.
And no, this was pre-gastric bypass, so your girlfriend over here could eat.
Oh yeah.
But it was to the point of like, I would walk out nauseous and just miserable.
Oh man.
Because you also were like, oh crap, I spent all this money on this food, I need to eat a majority of it.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, with the dining plan, you can also go to your resort and just order a pizza.
Yeah, that's 2 credits.
You
get pizza, breadsticks, and drinks, I think.
It's a whole big meal for 2 credits, which really isn't bad if you don't want to go anywhere or do anything.
Yeah. What else was I going to say about our most expensive, because we decided to order pizza while we're there,
Yeah.
have it delivered to the room. One night was after
One night was at the Polynesian, the other night was
at
Friday night.
Yeah, Saratoga Springs. I personally loved the pizza at the Polynesian.
Oh God, yeah.
The pizza from Saratoga Springs, which they have come from a different resort.
I was still trying to figure out what cheeses they use
It was not
to make it
very
taste
good.
like crap. Like not just figurative, like oh, this pizza is horrible. No, it literally tasted like crap.
No, the other bad part, it was the sauce too.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
Way too sweet.
I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, and the other thing, their barbecue sauce in the park is disgusting.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I've never tasted, like, I love barbecue sauce, but I don't like it sweet. Like, I don't understand how people eat sweet barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is supposed to be savory. Anyways, I'm carrying on about
Yeah, she's venting.
stuff.
But yeah, so we're actually making pretty good time now. We're up around Perry, which is not close to Macon, I think.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting there. They need to go to Casey and I mean for Disney, they have such a plentiful variety of flavors. But they missed the boat on a lot of things.
Oh,
Just by buying cheap stuff. I mean, I think their barbecue sauce,
the,
I want to say it was a Heinz barbecue sauce. I
no,
could be
it
wrong.
wasn't. It wasn't even Heinz.
It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't Sweet Baby Ray's. It definitely
No, it
wasn't anything
wasn't.
good.
It wasn't. The funny thing is that Six Flags Over Georgia has better barbecue sauce than Disney
But-
World does.
But Disney has everything else better than Six Flags.
Yeah,
so
well, what I was
that's a
gonna
good trade-off for me.
Yeah, well, what I was gonna say about the whole thing, we didn't have the dining plan this time. What really killed us is we are the type of people that don't go
I
through.
said Disney should be making. They should, but I don't know.
So we're the type of people that we know how to go into the parks, get through the parks and all that stuff without having to do the 900 bag checks,
Oh God,
all
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Because we did not have a dining plan, we had to bring our like metal thermos
yeah.
thingies with water, and then we had to bring
Bag full of snacks
bags
and
with
stuff.
snacks in it. So we ended up being forced to go through bag check.
Yeah.
Which is so annoying because these people come in there, and I'm not talking about just people with kids, I'm talking about
Just
people
in
our
general.
age and stuff.
And
They would come in with like 4 or 5 bags full of crap. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you need all that stuff for? Are you camping at Disney?
pretty much.
I don't understand. Like,
I mean, literally, our bag had the tripod,
a bottle of sunscreen,
sunscreen,
our wallet,
cameras,
case, our cameras, yeah,
and money. That was
and
it.
money. And then our bag of snacks, that was it.
Yeah.
Which our bag of snacks we didn't even have to open because it was a clear Ziploc bag, so
But
they could see through. But everything else we had to open up.
I will say this though, that bag of snacks came in handy when you're waiting online for a ride and you get a little bit hungry and you want something to eat.
Like
You
when
pop
we,
open that bag of
when we
snacks.
stood in line for Slinky Dog,
Oh yeah.
which honestly it said 80 minutes, and we were barely in the line for an hour, which is funny. But from all the walking, that's
You
when
get hungry real quick.
that's when you realize you burn a lot more calories when you're eating, and so you're like, I gotta eat again.
I kind of want to get a Fitbit just to walk around Disney with.
I kind of want to get one too.
Well, maybe we can get it.
Yeah, it was crazy because his parents
My parents were
already
counting
had their
steps.
like 10,000
And they-
steps in before we even got into the first park on Tuesday. I'm like, how?
They were literally halfway through Animal Kingdom and they're like, oh my God, we are at 10,000 steps already. I'm like,
I'm at 12,900
Yeah.
something. I'm like, how? We're
That's by walking,
the
yeah.
same distance. And then, another thing is if you are parked at Epcot and you don't want to wait on the tram because, oh my God, it's like
it takes forever.
It's like they don't run enough of the stuff during the busiest time.
No,
So when it's not busy,
oh, Brian, it
there's
definitely is, and with Animal Kingdom in particular, you can get a good little bit of an incline.
oh yeah, because they had to make
with
those
your
there.
with your walking there, as far as going uphill and downhill.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, by probably Thursday, my legs were killing me just from all the walking that we'd done.
And it was not the actual walking part that got to you. It really wasn't. It was when you were standing in line.
Oh God, yeah.
Or when you stopped that you realized how much pain you were actually in. Or when you sat down and then got back up,
Yeah.
you were like, oh my gosh, I am hurting like mad.
But I mean, for me, it's worth it because
The worst part is the Disney rush. Oh my gosh.
yes.
If y'all don't know what that is, I am suffering from that right now.
It's basically just a way of your legs telling you they've been overworked.
And you want to claw your skin off.
Yeah.
I literally had to stop and buy the hydrocortisone spray, just a spray on my legs because it was hitting my surgery site on my ankle where I had to have that bar and the screws put in. And so it was driving me nuts that it was right there. And the other thing is, this is my view right now.
We're
in Warner Robins now.
We're in Warner Robins. All we see is cotton fields and billboards. Curry, Mantra, Butler, Toyota. None of those are sponsoring me, so screw them. But yeah, I mean, overall, we had a good trip. I'm a little surprised, and I was telling Carolyn earlier, and probably soon I'll go into more detail in a video. But Disney needs to get on the ball with doing stuff for men. As far as merchandise wise, women get all their ears and backpacks and purses and stuff. Kids get the world because obviously Disney's meant for kids. But I mean, honestly, if Disney just stocked the shelves with more of their own pops, more of their own. I mean, shoot, they own Marvel, a Disney exclusive. Marvel would go over well. Star Wars Land's coming, get a series in there. I saw a couple, but it was like one character, and there's like 80 boxes of them. I saw Marvel Select,
a very small amount of stuff. They still had stuff from 2017 back, but there's a magical room or something. I don't know what it's called.
It's a treasure room.
Yeah, the treasure room. Basically, it's an even deeper discount on stuff. So like, it's a lot of their like damaged items. And my friend went in there and she found me 3 pairs of ears with nothing really wrong with them. And she got 3 pairs of ears for $15. Now, mind you, one pair of ears cost $28. And yes, I will show you my ear collection. No, because we used.
I'm kidding.
We used gift cards.
Yes. Thankfully, we had a lot of gift cards this trip, so.
Yeah. But even frame-wise, they're still selling the same picture frames that we saw back in 2011.
Yeah.
I'm like,
they need to step their game up a little bit.
Y'all haven't changed the frames at all?
No, because they bought a whole butt ton of them, and Alright, well, my hand's getting a little tired from holding this phone. This here. I think everyone who stopped in.
Oh, did they all leave?
I think so. I'm showing 0 on. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here, but we will see you guys all probably sometime later today or tomorrow, and then we will be radio silent until we're moved, because we need to get, pardon my French, but we need to get shit done.
Yeah.
So we will see you guys later.